prosper. 1,000 may fall on your left, 10,000 on your right, but none of this evil work shall come anywhere near you. You are heavily defended. You are heavily protected. You are the blessed of the blessed. You are a child of the Most High God. You dwell under the shadow of the Almighty God. Signs and wonders follow you. God bless you.
Signs and wonders follow you. God bless you. And there's a sign and wonder in the background right now. There's the cat. Yeah, the cat's out here hanging out. I just had to come on here real quick. Got up this morning, slumbered around the house, and I happened to turn on the television. And I turned on the news, which I normally do, see what's going on. I haven't been too happy about what's been going on in the world as of yet, as of now. But turning on the news, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, all that stuff. MSNBC seems to be somewhat in the middle, from what I can tell. I'm not a professional journalist, but yeah. So anyhow, embarrassed for the USA, ? So I'm watching the news and I see our president, our vice president, and the president of Ukraine. And what I witnessed made me turn it off. I could not bear to watch it any longer. No more than 30 seconds. I was embarrassed because you had a national TV, a president of the United States and his vice president, what we call in the street, jumping another president. I mean, wow. I mean, truly, wow. It brings back to my remembrance now the movie Kingdom of Heaven, right? And Saladin was attacking the city of Jerusalem. And he was talking to some of his captives. And he ended up killing one person in that scene. But his statement is what reminded me of what I just witnessed on CNN and MSNBC. His statement was, only a king kills a king. So with that said, what in the world is Vice President Vance doing addressing another king of another country? It would have been hard to stomach if Donald Trump alone was doing it. But both of them tag team. What is a vice president doing having a conversation as such with another president of a country? It blew my mind. It really blew my mind. I had to turn it off. I was embarrassed for America. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous to see how they were tag teaming another president on national TV, where most of this stuff goes down behind closed doors. Are you hearing me? We voted for it. America, we voted for it. USA, we voted for it. And I'm not taking sides as far as Democrats or Republicans, because there's good things on the Democrat side that I believe in, and there's good things on the Republican side I believe in. I believe we should have secure borders. How we go about that, that's a whole nother thing. All right? I believe that we should take care of the elderly. Shouldn't we? I believe we should take care of the vets. I believe that we should have a slimmer government where we're responsible in what we pay for. Yeah, I believe in that. I'll give you an example. Some military contracts, I know this for a fact. Some military contracts pay over $200 for a screwdriver just because the government is paying for it. Are you following me? And this is true stuff. But what I witnessed today embarrassed me. I am tore down in my soul. I just couldn't believe how America's being represented on the world stage. My friends, we in some trouble because what I witnessed today was absolutely buffoonery. That's some street stuff. That's some hood stuff, stuff that I lived as a kid in the hood, in the streets. And this is what our president and vice president do to another president on national TV? It blows my mind. It really does blow my mind. But we voted for it. We've been warned, but we voted for it. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some things that I do like what President Trump is doing. How he's doing it, that's for up to debate. But securing our borders, that is important. We don't live in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. There's terrorists. There are terrorists coming across the border. Let me give you an example. Where I live, in the state I live in right now, all our rents have went up $400 or $500, right? Young couples cannot find an apartment or a house to buy, right? But when immigrants come over, remember this, when immigrants come over, they need a place to live. And guess what? Our taxpayers pay for it. So I agree that there should be some limitations to immigration, because right now I know couples that can't find an apartment, and if they already have one, their rent has went up by $400 or $500. I kid you not. So when any immigrant comes over from any country, we should know how we're going to take care of them. But we should first take care of Americans first, as far as making sure Americans who work here, who born here, have a place to stay. So I get that. I understand that part. But at the same time, we are a country of immigrants. So we have to balance that somehow, some way. But what I witnessed today on TV a little while ago embarrassed me. Where I have never turned off a news channel because I was embarrassed or I couldn't watch it. I was embarrassed how they attacked the president of Ukraine. Man. It looked like amateur hour. It looked like amateur hour. It's a mess. It's foolishness. And how dare a vice president address a president in such a way? It's like in the movie The Godfather, when the son jumped into the conversation to voice his opinion, and the father said, "Don't you ever speak out against our family or jump in the conversation." In other words, the Godfather was the Godfather. His son is not supposed to jump in whenever he wants to voice his opinion. And this is what we witness. What is Vice President Vance doing, talking down to the president of another country? We have lost all respect. Maybe this whole world has lost respect across the board. Maybe America has forgotten what it stands for. Sure, we got to make sure we pay bills and be frugal and stop just spending haphazardly. I get it. But what I witnessed today embarrassed me as American. As an American, it embarrassed me. But this is my home. I believe that God set up this country. In God we trust. Remember that? But right now, I think Americans have forgotten that. In God we trust. When on national TV, a president and a vice president can verbally assault another president on national, man, we voted for it, America. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Is it going to get worse? Probably so. Because nobody's being held accountable. Not in this game. Nobody is being held accountable for the actions that are being taken. God bless America. And God, please help America.